We want to make sure that you're prepared for this cold weather because experts say these temperatures are tough on your car, especially the car battery. So make sure you also check the traction on your tires.
So if we come to these tires right here, the way we use this is we just take our gauge and we put them in, and this tire fairly new. It's got 11/32 of an inch of tread. If we come over to this guy, he's much lower at 4/32.
Phil Westrick from Tyler Automotive told us you should make sure your wiper blades are in good shape and you've got enough winter washer fluid. As for your home, Josh Elliott with Williams Comfort Air told us don't leave your garage door open. That can let in a lot of cold air into your home. He suggests letting your faucets drip. That way your pipes don't freeze. And lower the thermostat a few degrees to take the pressure off your furnace and make sure that furnace filter is clean. Snowy roads can also be tough on your car. DPW crews have been working around the clock clearing our streets around the city. This is a live look right now. This is the Indy Snow Force viewer. Plow drivers making headway on connector streets. These are the roads joining major streets. Crews also started on the city's trail network. And make sure you've got our WTHR weather app on your phone. That way you can check the current conditions and our live Doppler 13 weather blog to follow along with Angela and the team. It's a free download. You can find it in the App Store. Now to those chilling new details about a woman's death here in Indianapolis. Police tonight telling us she was beaten, stabbed, and suffocated by her on-again, off-again boyfriend at an apartment complex on the south side of Indianapolis. That's where our Chase Howell went today after talking with a domestic violence advocate. So, Chase, the boyfriend has now been charged with murder?
That's right. Police believe he beat and stabbed Shania McDonald to death inside her apartment in this building behind me. And I also learned the 22-year-old has been charged with feticide for allegedly killing their unborn child. Neighbors say screams for help could be heard coming from this apartment. Inside, police say they found Shania McDonald's body, bloodied and with tape wrapped around her face. The next day, and about 6 miles away, IMPD along with SWAT arrested McDonald's boyfriend Regulus Baca at this apartment complex in Greenwood. Court documents say he told investigators that he punched McDonald in the face, hit her 4 times with a space heater, stabbed her, and wrapped tape around her face to suffocate her. And at one point, he allegedly told police he just wanted her dead.
We will likely be over 100 domestic violence related homicides or fatalities for the calendar year 2024.
Karen Burton tracks a number of homicides that are caused by domestic violence incidents across Indiana. While she says she's still adding up last year's total, she says from January 2024 to October 31st, 74 people were killed as a result of domestic violence.
We know that those numbers are always underreported, and so it's always very, we kind of give them with a grain of salt.
And according to court documents, McDonald was about 4.5 months pregnant, something Baca was allegedly aware of before he killed her.
Unfortunately, we know that pregnancy actually increases risk for domestic violence and for death due to domestic violence. One of the leading causes of death for pregnant women is actually domestic violence and death due to an assault by their partner.
Burton also says another leading cause of death for those enduring domestic abuse is leaving. For those who know someone in a domestic violence situation, Burton says to be supportive of that person because feeling judged often leads that survivor to staying with their abuser. Reporting here in Indianapolis, Chase Howell, 13 News.
Here's a look at the other stories making headlines right now. Tonight, IU Health is investigating a data breach. According to the healthcare system, an employee's account was compromised. That allowed access to company emails containing patient information, things like social security numbers and addresses. Right now, officials are in the process of notifying the people who are affected. One person is in the hospital tonight after a shooting involving Indiana State Police in Miami County. This happened at a mobile home community on State Road 19 near US 24 on the north side of Peru. Police say after getting a call to the area, they found a person saying they feared for their lives. The investigation led them to a mobile home where police say someone pointed a gun at troopers. That's when a trooper shot the person. No officers were injured. Tonight, 2 death row inmates at the federal prison in Terre Haute are refusing to accept commutations from President Biden. They just filed emergency motions in federal court. They argue the commuted sentence would hurt them in their appeals process. Tonight, the Indigo Blue Line is getting a $150 million federal grant. That means the government is funding a little less than half the cost of the new rapid transit project. When it's all finished, the Blue Line will connect Cumberland and the Indianapolis International Airport. It's set to open in 2028. Remember, you can find all of our latest local stories anytime on our 13 News app. Notre Dame and Penn State are just 2 days away now from facing off in the Orange Bowl, a chance to go to the national championship game on the line. Our Dominic Miranda is in South Florida tonight, previewing this big matchup. Dom?
Hello and welcome to the beautiful state of Florida as we get you set and ready for the Capital One Orange Bowl at Hard Rock Stadium in just 2 days' time. Fort Lauderdale, Florida is where we're coming to you from. We just arrived not too long ago as Notre Dame and Penn State are set to square off in the college football playoff semifinals. These are 2 huge Midwest brands coming down to the Sunshine State for a chance to punch their ticket to the college football national championship. The weather has been beautiful, the sky's blue, and the sun has been shining as we are down to just 4 teams left standing in the landscape of college football. For the Irish, eyeing its first national championship since 1988 under the legendary Lou Holtz. They haven't seen success like they're seeing right now in quite some time. For Penn State, looking for their first title since 1986. Both these teams know how important punching their ticket is, and they both made their way down south today and spoke to media for a little bit. We caught up with Notre Dame wide receiver Jordan Faison and QB Riley Leonard as they look to keep their focus as we're just 2 days away from the big game.
Obviously, there's a lot of noise. You know, Coach Free tells us all the time, you got to block out the noise, everything that's around you. You know, we're in Florida, you know, great state of Florida. There's a lot of stuff going on around here, all the festivities and whatnot. But at the end of the day, he tells us that we're here for a business trip. You know, we're here with the intentions of completing our goal of getting a national championship. You know, that's what stays on the front of our minds.
You can feel it. You can feel the tension between the 2 schools, and it'll be so fun. We've been looking forward to this matchup kind of all year, and finally it's came.
These are 2 hard-nosed football teams, Midwest brands. You can't ask for much more. Final 4, a shot at the national title on the line. It doesn't get much better than this. All right, stick with us here on 13. We're going to be live for you, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, previewing this matchup as we inch closer to the historic Orange Bowl. It's going to be a lot of fun. For now, though, at Fort Lauderdale, Florida, I'm Dominic Miranda, 13 Sports.